There we go. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Coach, for making time in what is a hectic schedule for today to get us off. Ashfaq.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Hi, Russell. Hope you're well.
Oh, hi there, man.
It must be good to be back in camp and getting ready for a game again after so many weeks in a break.
Yeah, hello, Ashfaq. Hello, everybody. Sorry I was a bit late. Yeah, like he said, it's been chaos here. But it's been good to be back, up and running, and it's been really nice for us to get back on the field with our group. We've almost got the entire group back, so yeah, it's been nice. It's been we're nice and refreshed and ready to go. So hopefully this weekend it's going to be a good game because it's nice and warm here in Pretoria.
Because I wanted to ask about your squad now. Did you get all your SAA players back? I know some guys are still in the Springbok squad, so just maybe on those guys who were there, or who's back in your squad now?
Yeah, so we got everybody that's available to us back. So obviously Ulrich came back as well as Simpiwe, Ruan, and Mornay. So that's who we got back up front. We lost. Obviously, we've lost. If I say we've lost, we've gained another Springbok in going overseas in Canaan, and obviously Johan Goosen is still there. So as well as I think we've got 3 backs in there. So we're very happy where we are. The guys that have come back are fit and they're ready to go. So, we're trying to manage them and the load that they've done, but they're ready to go for us again. So, yeah, I could say we're almost just about at full strength in our squad, and that's such a bonus to have this time of year.
That's just one more from me now. After a break, it tends to be difficult for a team to find their rhythm again, if they haven't played for a while. How do you deal with that kind of situation heading into this Ospreys game?
Yeah, so that we try simulate in training. We try and make sure that we have deliberate training in what we do. We try and create scenarios that are as close to the game as possible. And that's a very good question, because that's exactly what we need to do if we want to make sure that we're up to speed with what's happening on Saturday. I think the way we've been training the last week and a half or 2.5 weeks, I think has been good for the guys. We've made sure we've maintained contact levels at where they should be, as well as the fitness levels where they should be. So hopefully there's not too much rust in Saturday's performance, and that we can get a rhythm and chemistry and cohesion going nice and early. So yeah, I think we've tried to make our training deliberate so that we're on par to what's coming Saturday.
Right, we are going to step away from that media briefing being addressed.
Thank you,
by
Ashfaq.
the Democratic
Kobus.
Alliance alongside the IFP leadership.
Thanks, Lunga. Hello, Russell. Russell, 2 players you don't have available for Saturday is obviously Marcel Coetzee and Marco van Staden. Is that one of the challenges to don't lose that edge at the breakdowns on Saturday?
It goes without saying, those are 2 unbelievable players that were in our system. Obviously Marco coming back, and yes, he's just such a good man and such a good player. He has a massive influence around the field in terms of his defense, and obviously his breakdown work is unbelievable. And then Marcel, geez, he was a leader, and I mean, he was someone who really stood out every single week for us. He was outstanding at the breakdown and his carries and his cleans. So they are players that we're going to definitely miss. But in saying that, the players that are coming in, we've got guys like Carl Brink who are coming back from his injury. We've got Veer who's really stuck his hand up. We've got Ulrich back. We've got a lot of loose forwards. I mean, even if you look at the guys that have come, like a Pomzile and Nazam Kar, these are guys that we can't wait to give them a go, because we know their capabilities are really high. So hopefully we've created, like I said in my earlier question, I hope we've created scenarios to allow them to express themselves and play to their strengths. But yeah, we've got good depth in loose forward, and I'm sure the guys that are stepping in their place are more than capable of doing a very, very good job for us.
Thank you, Kobus. Any follow-up questions? Everybody happy?
Lunga, I have a follow-up question, if possible.
Cool, go for it, Kobus.
Thanks, Lunga. Russell, Wales lost against Georgia on Saturday, and there's a lot of pressure on the national team, but also the clubs. Do you believe that desperation might play a part on Saturday, and also obviously next Saturday coming up against Cardiff?
Cobus, without a doubt. I mean, we played in Wales last year, and it's one of the most proudest, rugby nations in the world. I mean, they are hurting, and that's something you've got to take seriously. When teams and when teams and players of their standard go through these scenarios, something at some stage is going to click. And they're too good a rugby nation province side to not want to play well and want to come back from where they are at the moment. So yeah, we're not going to prepare like we're playing someone who's battling. We know that when these guys click, they can play. So we're looking forward to the side that's coming, and they've had some of the best players in the world, playing their side. I mean, Alan Wynne-Jones, he still has an influence in that side, whether it be in the way he plays or alongside the coaches. So they've got really good pedigree in players and history. So yeah, they could click at any time, and we don't want to take it for granted.
Thank you also, Ashfaq. Thank you, Cobus. Ashfaq, over to you.
Russell, yeah, just adding to that, the Ospreys, they obviously don't have their test players this weekend because Wales are playing again, but they seem to be a side that doesn't go away. They've had some narrow defeats and 2 draws this season as well. I think there was only one big loss to Ulster where they had over 40 points, but yeah, they're a difficult team to beat. I
mean, absolutely. I mean, they drew to the Stormers again, like you said, that their full strength side wasn't playing. But I know that our backup players, as soon as you give them a go and a spin, they want to prove a point. And they're a side, they're well coached. I'm going to say it again. It's like they come from a really proud, sort of club that want to do well, not only in URC but in all the competitions they play. So if you take them lightly, you could definitely get burnt very quickly. So yeah, I don't want to say it's just like every other game, because you have to prepare according to what's coming. But this is a side that can play, and if they put it together on the day, they can play some really exciting rugby. They've scored some really nice tries, in this competition so far. So we're gonna have definitely our ants in our blood and make sure that we can perform well on Saturday.
And Russell, just on your forward pack, I mean, you guys come off 2 good wins now since a Munster defeat. And is Grobby's back from injury? And what are some of the work-ons that you guys did during the last few weeks, especially up front?
Yeah, so there's been some changes. Okay, let's talk about the training first. There's been obviously, watching these test matches and watching where the game is going at the moment. I don't want to give away too much, but we've had to work on some things, some elements in the set piece. We want to keep evolving. We don't want to be every weekend the side that's monotonous in what we bring. We want to make sure that we bring some element of excitement to our game, but at the same time, keep that core of what we know we're really good at. So we've been working again deliberately in making sure we work on our strengths, and then obviously evolve with the game. Players like Grobby's is fit again, and he's back again. He's probably going to need 1 more week before he's back, but yes, we're so excited to have him back as well. The depth we have at hooker at the moment is unbelievable. So the guys are really pushing each other for a position there, and we've for the first time in a long time, we've had nice consistency in our front row in terms of having guys that are fit and healthy. Lizo is I'd say, I want to say weeks, but maybe a week away as well from being at full fitness. We've got some Pee-wee, we've got nice depth at tight head now, and that's been really helpful to us in our preparation. So yeah, our set piece has been going okay, and we're happy with it at where it is at the moment, but we want to evolve and we want to make sure we keep it exciting.
Just last one, if I may, Lunga.
More than welcome to us.
Russell, sorry man, just to get a bit technical, mall defense and mall execution, the European teams seem to be quite good at finding ways to stop malls. That must have been one of the focus points this week.
Yes, it's been nice and interesting for us, because the interpretation of obviously the law, we are more than happy where we are at the moment with it. But again, we want to try and exploit and make sure we can make the best of how the, not the interpretations on how we can capitalize on how the mall is being adjudicated at the moment. So it's a massive part of the game. And if you don't keep your wits about you, and you don't keep trying, like I said earlier on, to evolve and to make sure that you're picking up trends and how people stop it and how people capitalize from a mall, then you probably will stagnate, and you won't get the rewards that you're looking for at the mall. So again, I'm talking in circles here. I don't want to give too much away, but it's something that I personally look at a hell of a lot. A mall, there's got to be some sort of benefit for your mall, because it takes so much out of the forwards in terms of their legs, and you need to be conditioned for the mall. So if we can make sure that every time you do attempt a mall, you get some sort of reward out of it, that's a massive bonus for a team. And in turn, when you want to stop a mall, the same thing, any mall that's stopped dead at source and a side doesn't get the reward from it, it gives a side a lot of energy. So it's something that we constantly have to work on every week and make sure that we get both of them right.
Thank you.
Cool. Thanks, Ashfaq. Ladies, gentlemen, if there are no further questions, we will allow Coach to return to the field. Yep, no more questions. Thank you so much, Coach. Much appreciate your time.
Thanks, Lucas.
Appreciate
Thanks, Russell.
it. Enjoy.
Russell.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good week. Cheers.